Welcome back to another episode of the Wrestling Around podcast, where this week we're finally doing Super Brawl 8. I've been calling it Super Brawl 1998 all week, but it's actually Super Brawl 8. But before we get into that, joining me is the world famous Terry Peters. Terry Peters, how we doing?
McDonald's, sort your service out. It's not hard.
Go on. You want to go? What do you eat about McDonald's?
So I went to order McDonald's. Obviously, as a man who can't eat gluten, I have to get the breadless burgers, which is what it is. You can customize them on the machine, which I do. Got a double quarter pounder of cheese and a triple cheeseburger, medium fries, drink because it was a meal. Got a little McFlurry. Get my order home. Half the chips are literally not there. The triple cheeseburger has no cheese, but still bun. And the double quarter pounder has extra bacon with bun. Not what I ordered. Had to take it all back.
Should have eaten it, mate.
Had to take it all back. Got a free McDonald's out of it. Got to keep that one. Got another McDonald's and a free McFlurry. So all's well that ends well. But sort it out. They also had run out of ketchup and salsa. How can you run out of ketchup and salsa? Stupid. Don't concentrate on your Ubers. Get your fucking shit together. Turn your Uber off for half an hour and get your orders intact. Ridiculous. Right. And as always, no receipts coming out the machine. Their screen was off when it was the, that's got the number in at the top. And then another one of the tills had blue screen of death. It's not hard.
Moaning about condiments, Terry. Do you not have any ketchup at home?
I didn't need it, to be fair. It's somebody else that was moaning about it.
Well, then that sounds like a them problem, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so sort it out McDonald's. But I did get an extra McFlurry, and they gave me large chips. So. But it was irritating having to go back for it all. Saves me right for not checking before I left the store. We'll carry on doing that.
Yeah,
and
it's your fault.
Technically, got a free cup out of it as well.
Oh, look at
that. All right.
You gave me 2 cups.
I imagine you will probably use that cup. That's what's wrong with you.
No, I'll get rid of it. When I first moved out, I did have plastic cups that I put back in the dishwasher to reuse.
Oh.
They very much went out of shape. And were quite unusable.
Yeah, plastic melts.
And I top shelved it away from the heating element, but it still got very hot.
It's hot water.
I thought it might work. I wanted to give it a whirl, see what happens.
It steams them dry.
And I learned that now.
Jesus Christ.
Still not as bad as Adam Owens eating up paper plates because he didn't want to wash up.
Who did do that? Shout out.
But he didn't put the paper plates in the dishwasher and expect them to be fine afterwards.
Yeah, but it was worth a go, isn't it? 3 cups.
No, one worth a go.
It was a good, how long ago was that now? 11 years? That was also a couple of years after I tried to super glue my socks back together.
Yeah, we've heard that. I'm not hearing that story again. Too much nonsense. We've heard that a million times. Ridiculous idea.
It almost worked until I had to pull them.
So you had to use them as socks, yeah. Joining me as well is a world famous and Corvette driving Aaron Howard. I think it's actually called you world famous. Sorry, a world class wrestling journalist and Corvette driving Aaron. How are we doing?
Very well. Yeah, it's all good in the hoodie. Yeah.
Good.
Is your McDonald's order correct?
Yeah, I've had McDonald's twice in the last few days and always correct, mate.
Good.
It's because I don't live in Hull anymore, so
avoid the Willoughby one.
Got a higher IQ, ever so slightly, not by much, but
we've like there's the basement level of people, and then there's the people who McDonald's have employed. It's not difficult, is it? Right, well, I once went to McDonald's, right, and obviously went through the drive-through. I didn't want to go inside.
Oh, the drive-thru is even worse than going in.
Yeah, went to the drive-through, ordered, and then got out the window. I was out the window for 15 minutes. There was just nobody there. So I drove to the next window, and I went, I've not paid because there's nobody there. And the guy just looked at me like, why ain't you paid? I was like, because there's nobody at the window for 15 minutes. And he went, oh, I can't remember the kid's name, but it's called Clive. Oh, where's Clive? Oh, I don't know. And Clive had just decided he was taking a break. I had to go back. I had to get my food. They wouldn't give me my food because I hadn't paid. So I had to drive around. But 3 cars had done it behind me as well. Because why is this guy not there? I had to then go inside. And the manager was like, oh, what can I get you, mate? I went, I've just ordered through the drive-through. Someone's coming here to get it. I went, why? We've got a window in the drive-through. Because Clive wasn't there.
Oh dear. Yeah, I was
waiting half an hour for my food as well, by the way, when I ordered.
You guys need to use Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Don't have a chance. Don't have
Oh,
a
Nah,
chance.
because it'd still be fucking wrong, wouldn't it?
They just nip
Carry
down on the
carry
bike. Yeah.
I went to McDonald's in the Corvette the other day.
Nice.
Obviously,
Could you reach up to the window?
well, it's left-hand drive, so
Outstanding.
I did have a passenger.
Did you reverse? That'd have been incredible if you'd reversed all the way through the drive-through.
Just parked up. I didn't want to risk it because the front end's like a boat. I just don't want to risk it not being able to get around the drive-through.
Around the
Amazing.
corner.
Yeah, they are tight, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So but I went and sat in, ate our food inside. Lovely,
Do
enjoyed
you know
it.
what else don't work in McDonald's? Them fucking wireless chargers they've got.
All right. Is your phone wireless charger?
I'm trying to put a 5v10 on a
Have you got
wireless
any
charger.
case? Have you got a case on it?
No, when I tried it, I did take it off.
Oh, right. Get an iPhone then, Peters.
No.
See, buy rubbish. Get rubbish is the way I see that.
Yeah, that's why I got shit McDonald's. Carry on.
Also, Lou, you're also here.
Yeah, I'm here, and I've got my juice box.
What juice have you got there?
Innocent smoothie just for kids.
Why?
I had one of them when I was very hungover. Made my hangover worse one year.
Why have you got
Little
that?
tag on it. Because it's better
free
to
with
portion
takeaway?
control. No, I've got I've got 10 of them in the fridge.
How
Because
much
if I buy a bottle, the big ones,
Hmm.
it's a big carton. I finish it all in one night and shit myself. So it helps me. This helps me portion control.
It's a bit sketchy, isn't it? Lou having kids smoothies in his fridge.
Yeah.
What you can also do to make your smoothie last longer, put a bit in, top it up with milk. It's nice.
That sounds gross.
It's nice.
Yeah, it sounds horrible. Yeah. But, you could just pour it into a glass and then put the bottle back.
No, I can't trust. I can't
No,
be
because
trusted.
then you end up with about 4 glasses of it. It's too easy to.
Yeah, I can't be trusted with. So that's what I do. It's the same stuff. I don't know if it's just for kids really, because I'm buying
And you
perfect
knocked
portion size.
And you knocked yourself out as well today.
Yeah, just before we came on, rang myself right in the face with my headphones.
All right.
Don't know how I did that. But pigeon update.
We're all
yes.
for.
Well, there's a pigeon still in. So the forum, they're all fucked off now. I haven't seen them all week. There's just one in there. It's not moved. Obviously, that there was the cat attack. According to the RSPB's website now, we're long overdue on these eggs being hatched. The pigeon's still sat there. I can't see any. What are they called? Young pigeons.
Pigeons. Pidglets.
No, I learned it the other day. Well, when I was doing my research, I can't remember what it's called now.
Piglet.
But I'm gonna Google it because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah,
Well,
well,
now
you
you've
said
said it.
factually correct. Yeah,
No, you've said it.
Christ.
A squab.
Right.
Can't see any squabs in there. So I'm worried that the pigeon is just sat on an empty nest. We're all sad, but
Bit of PTSD.
yeah, when they're going to leave.
Stress disorder.
Yeah, but then also a feral pigeon in Leeds Station clipped me in the fucking face yesterday. So I'm mood. Just sat there with my Starbucks. And did you know you can't get oat milk in your frappuccino? What frap?
Why are you drinking oat milk?
Indigestion. Well, just you gotta think about these things when you're my age. But anyway, I got clipped in the face by a fucking pigeon. Now he just flew by me. Even with his fucking gross wing.
Yeah, they are gross.
Might have TB now.
Yeah, has he been checked out? Probably
Got all
got
sorts,
disease.
right? Yeah, I haven't. I spent the.
I know someone that got TB.
So.
I know someone that got TB last year.
From a pigeon.
No, he got it from another human.
Badger.
Which is even more impressive. So for the rest of his life, he's now got dormant TB. So somehow in 2022, he got Victorian disease.
Sad end.
Yeah,
Well,
shame for him, I guess.
Should have had his TB jab at school, shouldn't
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it
I'm
said
fine
it
with
right.
that. I'm fine with that.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm so.
right. Pigeon update. I didn't
That's the
say
pigeons,
anything.
isn't it? Yeah, fuck the pigeons.
I said on the news show, I had a story that made me realise I was an irrationally angry human being.
I enjoy this.
It was I was driving behind the car.
Oh no, it wasn't the one I thought you were going with.
No, I don't think I've told you. I saved it for the podcast.
I thought you were going with a dog.
Oh no, yeah. I fell out with my neighbour over the dog. They've moved out now. So I won.
Have they gone now?
Yeah, well, I think so. Hopefully.
Until they sent tomorrow with a load of dogs.
Just avoiding you.
Yeah, well, yeah, they do that anyhow because I don't think they've ever liked me. No, my irrational story.
Not many people do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, and this is why because I'm irrationally angry as I've realised. I was driving behind the car and they had a baby on board sticker, But they'd stuck it on the inside of the window, so it was the wrong way around. So it don't matter to anyone. And I found myself getting so annoyed at this being the wrong way around, thinking, who's that for? Why do you think it goes on the inside? Because now it was backwards to me. I couldn't really read it. So the only reason...
You could read it, you just told us what it was.
No, well, I know, because I'm cleverer than the average human. But the only reason I can think of is why you would put it on is if you're in the car and you have to look back and think, oh, God, I've got a baby on board. But then if that's the reason... You'd look in your mirror and it'd be backwards anyhow. And if you have to look in your mirror and you need a sticker to remind you that you have a baby on board, one, you should not be driving the car, and two, you should not be having children. I'm still fuming about it now. I was just driving behind this guy for 10 minutes and I was livid.
What type of car?
Somebody had stuck a window sticker on the inside and made it the wrong way. And they were a bad driver as well, so...
Does anyone ever pay attention to the stickers and notices in the back of cars?
Yeah, because I used to. No, I normally kind of ram cars off the road, just give them a light bump, just when we're stopping. And if there's a baby on, I don't.
If they don't have one, yeah, I've got them. You know, like what they have on Roman chariots on my wheels.
Yeah. Boadiceas.
Digging to the side. Just it's just cars flipping everywhere. Yeah, that's right. And then So the car drove off, and I had a minute reflection to myself. And I thought, why are you so upset about that? Why are you so angry? And I realised I'm just an irrationally angry man.
It's true.
So I've had a lot of self-reflecting. I've decided not to change. Too late now. Stuck in my ways.
We're so close.
So, if anything, I've decided I'm not angry enough.
We're so close to getting some anger management skits.
So that's what. And then I watched his pay-per-view and I became even more angry because there was a screw job, which we'll get to. It was a disgrace. I'm not happy about it. And Lou, you'll probably enjoy it, but it was awful, awful TV.
Worst booking.
I, for one, cannot wait for the Franklin Star rating because I think we'll get a new record.
Yeah. Quite possibly.
Right, so we're doing WCW SuperBrawl 1998. It took place on February 22nd in Daly City, California, at the Cow Palace. 12,600 people there. I will ask Lou what they're eating and drinking, but he's only just doing it now.
No, I've got them all.
You've got it. What were these 12,000 people having?
Beef
steaks.
All right, it's Cow Palace. I can't find the menu on the.
Can't find the menu.
Where's the beef?
Beef.
If you can't remember what's happening, we're following the NWO. There was a match at Sold Out, Sting versus Hogan. It was when Bret Hart comes back. Well, comes to WCW. Nick Patrick does the not regular count. Bret Hart screws Hogan out of it, and then
so the title gets vacated.
Sting wins. Title's vacated, and then we get the great tagline of SuperBrawl VIII: Hogan vs Sting 2 for championship.
That is a terrible tagline. Taglines are meant to be punchy.
And
no, WCW at the end.
Yeah.
But there's the poster says SuperBrawl VIII, Hogan vs Sting 2, plus the Steiners in a match you won't believe. Given what happens later on, bit of a spoiler alert, like that.
I'm assuming they're taking these off the videos, aren't they? These Wikipedia.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at that's on the, I don't know, it looks like the
event poster is very much it's a VHS covering it on Wikipedia on this one.
Yeah, I think that's well, it says VHS cover. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You can rent the Cow Palace for us.
How much?
You got to ring them up for a quote. So
please ring them up.
Do it now. Do it live.
What time is it over there now? California?
Maybe out 22
in the afternoon or the morning? Afternoon.
You can have a horse show if you want.
Oh,
There's a lot of rodeo. John F. Kennedy announced the Peace Corps there, and Martin Luther King did a speech that once.
Nice.
It is a very famous arena, isn't it? Cow Palace.
Yes. Right, we'll get into the actual pay-per-view then. So we've got No Dust. He's now a heel. So Mike Tenay takes his spot on commentary.
He joined the NWA, didn't he, at the last pay-per-view?
Yeah,
I've just remembered that now.
He screwed Larry Zbysko.
Yes.
Joined the NWA. So we've got Mike Tenay, Tony Schiavone, and Bobby the Brain Heenan on commentary. And the first match is for the WCW World Television Championship match. It is Rick Martel, the champion, against Booker T. So, because WCW is not easy to follow if you're just doing the pay-per-views, because everything happens on TV. Rick Martel has apparently just been shoehorned in here as the champion. He won it. No one expected him to win it. He's now the champion. Because the winner of this match then has to face Perry Saturn immediately after. So, completely pointless. Of this match. Why put the title on him? I don't know.
Why not just make it a triple threat?
No, but right. So there was a feud between Booker T and Perry Saturn, and then they just made Rick Martel win the title for some reason. So I have two matches on SuperBrawl.
One Rick Martel on the last one. Wasn't they doing some weird thing where he was coming in as some wily old vet, and Booker T was trying to get his respect?
Yeah.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
The last pay-per-view. That was the whole. I thought that was the story, wasn't it?
Yeah. So why put the team? Why have that? Yeah, good. But why put the title on it?
WCW don't make it easy to follow storylines, do they?
Yeah.
Booker T was the beat him in the last,
and also
the last pay per view. And he then lost the title to him in between pay per views. He's then got a match with him now to go against Perry Saturn.
Genuine question on Terry's what Terry just said about triple threat. A triple threat's been invented at this point.
Yeah, because ECW was having three-way dance. I know it's slightly different, but they were having three-way dances, weren't they?
That was around this time, wasn't it? But have we seen one in these WCW ones?
I don't think we've seen a triple threat. We've seen a fatal four-way and such, haven't we?
Have we?
No,
I thought we had seen fatal four-ways in the cruiserweights.
Yeah, everyone, 6 men, everyone in.
They're big tag matches, aren't they?
Yeah, tag four-way tag.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Isn't it amazing that the Tower of Doom match was invented before triple threat?
Yeah.
Just goes to show that good ideas are good ideas, I think that was.
Yeah.
So Booker T versus Rick Martel goes 10 minutes 33 seconds. Booker T wins to retain the title. Interesting things in this match. The Flock turn up at ringside.
Was that man? I assume he was part of the Flock with something painted on his body.
Yeah, he was.
I don't know. I can't remember what it said. It was weird.
It was something rubbish.
Yeah,
the Flock were rubbish, weren't they?
Generally, I thought it was a weird fan at first, to be honest with you.
But you can't tell, can you? Between the Flock and weird people.
But it was another good costume idea for 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, I've got enough. I've already gone too far.
Have you discussed it on the news? So if I listen to the news, that I've missed the entire thing up, but I hear it.
Did it before.
Yeah, I did a live unboxing before.
Damn.
And it's fantastic.
Damn.
So you won't find out anything.
Excellent.
But we're doing WCW. So what do we think on this match then? Booker T beating Rick Martel, the first of 2 World TV Championship matches.
In one word?
Yeah. Is that even a word?
It was alright, wasn't it? It was alright. Yeah, I had EH in my head when I said it. It was alright. I kind of preferred the next one.
You passionately disagree.
This was one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. Honestly. I really enjoyed it. And a fitting way to end Rick Martel's career. I assume it's ended Rick Martel's career.
Probably not, though. So WCW wrestled for 5 more years. I still got a match on the last WCW show.
No, genuinely, I think in 98, he only had one more match. We wasn't seen again until Nitro in July. I think that genuinely was his last match.
Yeah.
This was his penultimate match. And
what a shot.
Yeah.
And he had that title for 6 days.
It was so pointless.
Torn ligament. Fractured his leg and suffered a cartilage damage. All from that. He hit the ropes at the end.
So I'm just looking at the Nitro where he wins it, beats Booker T. He also lost to Perry Saturn on the same Nitro.
Well, maybe that makes sense. Maybe that's why Perry Saturn's on a match now.
Yeah.
You don't make a lot of sense.
Oh,
it's not his last ever match, though, because he goes to Hawaiian Islands Wrestling Federation in 1999.
Yeah.
And then he comes back to the WWE in the Night of Champions Vengeance 2007.
And spawns Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas. No, That thingy in it.
No, you didn't.
Got my wrestlers mixed up then. I had IRS in there. They look very
Did you
similar.
get IRS and Rick Martel mixed up?
Well, I did this before.
Black
We
hair.
were Martel and
Bit rude on it.
no, Johnny B. Bad on it. Whatever he is.
Mark
Mirror.
Mirror.
That's the one. But they were the same. The Night Champions 2007, you said.
I think what we're saying is basically that Rick Martel
Okay.
is a very forgettable character because we've got
Yeah.
mixed up with two other people.
Yeah.
It was just weird that they would present him as such a veteran. I think I said this on the last one.
Yeah.
Like, of all the people to present as like a ring veteran,
But yeah, why is it Rick Martel?
why this fella?
Yeah, no, I agree.
He wasn't even that old. He's 67 now. This is, what, 25 years ago?
Yeah, wrestlers were fucking old these days.
Yeah.
Do you know what I learned today, Ross? Right? Shane McMahon now.
He's as old as what Vince was.
Yeah, it's
It's mad.
It's as old as Vince was when they were doing the Stone
Austin
Cold feud.
stuff in '98,
Hmm.
and Shane McMahon looks a lot worse than Vince did.
Vince was in good shape.
He's
Yeah,
on the-
he didn't
also-
try- do
also on the
fucking
juice,
springboard,
wasn't
did he?
Yeah, but Vince, we clearly on the juice. Wasn't he?
Yeah,
But it tells us one thing: steroids do not get over poor quads. If you have, if you get poor quads passed down, then
Yeah.
you can do as many steroids as you want. You are going to snap them when you get into a ring.
Well, they make it more likely, don't they? Steroids
Mm.
to tear a muscle.
Right then. So, anything else to say on the Booker T Rick Martel match? This isn't the main story, is it? This is part of a story.
Big Dave, 2 3/4.
Oh, get out, dear.
He's wrong.
He's wrong.
He is wrong. It's 1 star. Terrible.
Yeah, I thought this was the worst of the two.
It's not the worst match of the night, though.
No,
Was
it's
it?
not. You're right.
No, there's a
Heatless,
screw
I would
job.
say. With
Yeah,
this.
boring.
Yeah.
No one cared, did they?
No,
Yeah.
no one's bothered.
I
Yeah,
fell
no.
asleep during this match and then I had to rewatch it.
Mm.
So,
That feels unfortunate for you.
I know. I rewatched it because I fell asleep for the next match as well, which is Booker T now has to defend his championship against Perry Saturn. A match that goes 4 minutes longer. Booker T's done 24 minutes here.
Yeah, it's a good effort from Booker T.
Nearly 25. He beats Perry Saturn though. What did we make of this match? Would we just rather have seen this match?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did enjoy Perry Saturn's big splash to the outside, though.
I think Perry Saturn, when you look at him in here, you think he's got something about him, but then he's went mental in WWE, didn't he?
Yeah.
Good missile drop
Yeah.
kick from Booker in this match as well.
I love Booker
Yes.
T. You think he's so underrated?
Booker T's really good.
I do love Booker T, but at the same time, man, was I sick of him by the end of this. I don't want this.
The crowd love him.
It just took so long, didn't it, to get anywhere?
Yeah.
Just by the end of this, I was like, we can't, because it was. I know it's 2 matches, but it was the same segment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
that quick in between that I kind of looked up and I was like, okay, this is Perry Saturn now. And also, like, what fucking business has Perry Saturn got with fucking hair? Don't like that.
Yeah,
When this happens-
I still find it weird.
He's
Get rid of
losing
that.
it though, isn't he? He's
Yeah.
losing it.
Absolutely unnecessary. That I didn't like. That was offensive to me.
It's like when you see Stone Cold with her. It's just
Yeah.
not
It
just
just-
like
it-
Paul Konchesky with hair.
It wasn't right.
Terry Peters with her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Things that don't belong together.
Yeah. Did you see he'd photoshopped hair onto his profile picture yesterday? It was,
Terry
Yeah.
Peters, yeah.
yeah. Why did they do
I've
that?
got it. I
The
still-
real man with a kept profile picture of what he looks like.
What the acid Peters?
What was I going to say? No, I just I didn't like it. Didn't like this match. I was bored of it by the end. Midnight. The Rick Martel thing was just completely unnecessary.
To me, you just give it to Booker T. Don't have Rick Martel.
This
in,
match
and
was
then just
necessary.
put- Then just put Booker
Yeah.
T in.
Mm.
Good for Booker
Perry
T.
Saturn.
They're obviously doing good stuff with Booker T.
He's
But
at the start of his
the flock
singles
to me
career
are just a bunch of jabronis at this point. All they've done is fucking whinge and avoid matches,
and cheat. in
and then they
matches.
lose anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the bloodline.
They cheat and they lose.
Oh, well, not
why,
about
why do you have to do that?
just acknowledge him already.
Yeah.
No,
Tribal chief.
tribal cunt.
There is some Lewis. Sorry, I thought you had a point. You just
No,
just
I'm acknowledging the tribal chief. Yeah.
there is some good points to be made about the bloodline and the NWO, but we'll get to that at the end of the show. So the second TV title match, what ratings have we got for that?
Big Dave. Didn't like this one as much. 1 1/4. I preferred this one
I
personally.
preferred this one. I'd say this is 2 stars.
2 stars. There we go.
Minus one for me.
I don't think it needed to go
I don't
14
think
minutes.
Look, we can't have any more ratings, so keep your rating to yourself, right?
I don't
You can the
feel
rating system a mockery.
I don't feel as though it needed to go 14 minutes. This one.
Yeah, didn't need 25 minutes for this shit. The next match then is Disco Inferno against La Parka, the chairman of WCW.
I love La Parka.
Yeah, I was going to say I like Lepak. I like
Is this
his
the
music.
good Lepak or is this the mental one? This is two of them, isn't it?
This is a good one.
This is a good one. So,
I don't know,
when
but
it's
I
changed.
enjoyed this version. Put it that way.
yeah.
The match goes 11 minutes 39 seconds. I don't think it was a no DQ match, but there's a chair involved.
Yeah, there's no
just a
mention
chair in the
of
middle
it.
of the ring, and the ref
Yeah,
sees it and doesn't do out
but
about it.
They did so much dancing around the rules, no pun intended, given the feud. But it's like, oh, the chair's in the ring, but the referee didn't see you put it in there. So he's like, why are you taking it out? He just did.
He just looks at it and lets it carry on.
He just looks stupid, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I actually didn't mind this match, to be fair. I thought it was I thought it was reasonably okay.
Yeah. Disco
Disco
wins.
Inferno winning was not what I would have done though.
Yeah.
Is he
No.
the babyface?
Disco Inferno.
Yeah.
I thought it was Leparker.
You would assume it was a heel, but the way the match went,
I thought Disco was always a heel.
I thought
Yeah, I
Disco
thought
was...
Disco was the heel.
So no, but he came across as the face in this.
Yeah, it did.
Disco does in fact win with his chart buster, which is
That is a rubbish finisher, by the way.
like a weird stunner.
Yeah, it's like a running stunner. I did not like it one bit. Do not care for it.
After 11 minutes. I guess that's all there is to say about this match. The crowd didn't care, did they? I think the crowd makes such
No,
a
no.
wild thing.
Yeah, the crowd didn't care. Do you know who else didn't care? The commentators.
Yeah,
Specifically, Tony Schiavone, when he went, you got to think about the NWO and the future of the business stuff, and it's just these two fuckers dancing, basically. That was pretty much what he said, word for word, on it. It was like, everyone's feuding about real serious stuff, and it's these two idiots feuding about who's the better dancer.
I like Leparker playing the guitar as well on his chair. I liked his music.
I didn't think this was that bad. I think if the
No, I
crowd would
didn't.
have been into it a bit more, it would have been better. But I thought I sort of said
Genuinely, I thought I was going to get ragged for quite liking this match, but it all
Yeah,
seems
I
to
enjoyed
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
enjoyed it. It's all right.
I'm pleased, to be fair. It makes a change.
Did you enjoy it, or did you think it was one of the best matches ever, like that fucking demon and thingy match?
Stand by it.
Vampiro.
And high energy versus the head shrinkers.
You know what I mean? I think the matches are all right, and then you've been in your like top 5 matches of all time. It's a bit different.
Damn right it is.
What did Meltzer give this?
2.25, which is
2.25.
low.
That's part
I
of the
think that's
card.
low.
2.5. So
I'd probably give it 3.
Hang on. You just said there was no more ratings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're all
yeah.
just giving it a rating.
Here you are giving it a rating.
Yeah, so
I'll
there'll
stop
be
you all.
ratings from people who matter.
But what are the proper ratings, Aaron?
I'll stop you all there. Official rating this match 3 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree with you on that.
I thought it
Six,
was-
6 for me.
6. What do we say? Ratings from people who matter only. Class.
No. Do my own ratings now. Based on commentary. I'm rating the
Do your
commentary.
own
on it.
ratings. You can do your own show.
I'm going to give him a letter grade. B+.
A letter.
The next match then wasn't announced before the card.
Ugh.
Goldberg against Brad Armstrong.
Road Dogg's brother, innit?
Goldberg manages to survive a Russian leg sweep. Yeah. And then wins with the jackhammer and the spear and all that stuff. 2 minutes.
What number was he on at the streak at this point? Do we know?
I don't think he's not
Did
been
he-
around, he's not been around that long, has he?
No.
So he's survived a feud in Mongo,
702. Something like that.
probably.
Yeah.
That was it, really.
I get why they've done it.
Yeah, just get Goldberg on there.
Yeah.
Surely they've got more important things to do for Goldberg at this point, though.
Than put him against Road Dogg's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jobber.
No, he's still incredibly new at this point, right?
Yeah, it's just running through jobbers at this
Yeah.
point, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Because
but
he had
he
to
had a
be-
feud.
They had to rebuild him after that fucking awful dog shit feud with Mongo, didn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but
That's true.
no,
That's
the way-
Goldberg's fault, though.
The way I watched that,
Mongo buried him instead of rebuilding his
Goldberg-
character.
Goldberg managed to survive being in the best. You know, he looked stronger because, he couldn't bear down with Mongo, but no one can. But he give it a good go. And you've got to credit the man.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I forgot about this Mongo bollocks.
It got taken out backstage by Mongo. He can't bear down.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's, just the fact that he's been mentioned.
When
in
does
the same
Mongo
thing as
disappear from
Mongo.
WCW for good so he can stop this nonsense?
No, the Mongo nonsense is coming up soon, right?
I know it is. I'm well aware.
That's the real Mongo nonsense.
Ugh.
WCW didn't realize they had a star on their hands.
What, David Boy Smith?
Mongo, the band should have been in the title picture at least once. Come on.
Sorry, because when Mongo
Disgrace.
leaves WCW, we've got plenty of other talent coming in. So
It's
Every
about
silver
Mongo
lining. fair.
out and Norman Smiley comes in.
We're just over a year away from we're just over a year away from the world title being hot potatoed every week. I can't wait for us to try and get our head around what's going on with that.
Norman Smiley is the single best thing to ever come out of WCW. Change my mind.
Bold. All the claims here.
That is a bold statement.
What about Ralphus?
Well, yeah, he's kind of in like the same.
He's in the-
Oh, for fuck's sake.
My favourite Ralphus story was
Ralphus comes in sooner, I believe, though, because he comes in with Chris Jericho. So,
Yeah, he comes with Jericho, doesn't he?
My favourite Ralphus story is when Jericho left to go to WWE, Ralphus thought he was part of the package. So he was like, when we go in, Jericho's like, you're not coming.
Heartbreaking stuff.
He's a WCW employee, wasn't he? He wasn't a talent. He was like a camera guy, so wasn't he?
WCW
He did.
legend.
Yeah, he worked there when Jericho thought he looked funny, so he asked if he could get him involved.
He's dead, isn't
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably. You can say that most wrestlers of this time.
True.
Right. What are the ratings then for Goldberg? I can't imagine Meltzer out this high.
1.
He's wrong, though, isn't
5 stars?
he? No, -2.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is that because Mongo wasn't involved?
Well, yeah, they just fumbled him, haven't they? They chose the wrong person to give a streak to, which is poor booking.
Oh, there we go. Not
Should
fun.
be-
I'm
Mongo.
genuinely
should have
shocked
been.
by it.
Should have been Mongo. You're right.
Ugh.
Goldberg's like the only star that WCW really made.
Whoa. God.
Horseman.
Which
No, but like in
variant?
this era. All right, then in the Bischoff era, then
Yeah, Horseman.
they were only a thing.
No.
Flair and Anderson.
Yeah,
Mongo.
they already
Dimlenko.
Chris Benoit.
the Horsemen.
Mr. Perfect for
Yeah.
like a week.
Yeah, the Horsemen were already a thing, though, aren't they? Like, if you think like Bischoff's, obviously took them far, but they only really made one star.
Oh, no. Booker T.
Scott Steiner.
David Arquette.
DDP. DDP.
DDP.
No, I remember DDP. I remember
Norman
many.
Smiley.
That's fine. Right. Booker T, I would argue, became a bigger star in WWE.
The Demon.
Kiss Demon.
Yeah, he's back. He's back. No, he's back 2 years ago. That's since he came back. Right? Yeah. No, I stand by it. The only megastar he made.
Nah, you've been a bit harsh on DDP there.
It's all right, man. What's he done? What's he done since?
Yeah, that was through no fault of his own.
Yeah, well,
No, sorry, that was his own fault. But because he went when WWE booked him badly, he should have waited.
talent. Cream rise to the top. No, yeah, I'll give you DDP.
I think it was unfortunately if DDP had gone with any other field that
Yeah.
wasn't the Undertaker, he would have been a megastar in WWE.
Yeah, because the Undertaker was a fucking dick. But
Yes.
but yeah, no, I feel like Goldberg was the only megastar he made, really, in Bischoff era. And I don't like Bischoff as a person now, but as a booker, I did.
Right, moving on to the next match is a cruiserweight title match. It's also a title-based mask. Chris Jericho against Juventud Guerrera. 13 minutes. I thought this was probably the best match on the card.
Agreed.
This should have opened.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very weird that it didn't because this is a very WCW opening match. Like the cruiserweight-esque of it. Because that's what we've come to know, isn't it? A cruiserweight's opening the show.
Yeah. Well, but then is it a bit much to have an I'll spoil it. It's not spoil it. 25 years ago. Chris Jericho wins, so Juventud has his mask taken off. Is that a bit much for the first match? I can see why they would put it in
I
the
don't
middle.
think it is.
No, because the first and last match are the most important on a card.
They are now, but I don't think they used to see it that way, did they, back in the day?
No.
I think they saw importance going up
I could see him not like. I could see Juventud not wanting to do it
in the first match. Yeah,
In the
I
first
think
match.
if wasn't for the mask, I can see it, but because it involves the mask coming off, I don't think he would have wanted to do it first.
See, I think a wrestling show is a bit like an album. You start with the good bits, put your stuff that you're not so bothered about in the middle, and then end on a high note as well. I genuinely think that's how an album should work as well, and that's how a wrestling show for me should work.
If you look at traditional, because at this point, it's all about keeping kayfabe and not looking weak.
True.
And if you liken it to a boxing card, you get better as you go up the card. You don't put a title on the first one, do you?
I think the approach to do now is better. You should just enter it straight away.
Yeah. I like the topsy-turviness so that they can start with a world title fight as well. Gets you right there, doesn't it?
Right. To the match then, so it ends. I thought it ended really cleverly. The Jericho goes for a lion tamer, but it's reversed into a roll-up. Hoover then goes for before that he's done an incredible 450 splash because he was so close to the ropes, but he's managed to get all the full rotation. Jericho holds the rope, so he has to end the pin. Then Hoover tries to do a Hurricanrana on to Jericho, but he reverses it into lion tamer, which I thought was really well done.
It looks brutal. That
looked really bad.
And then he taps out, and Jericho wins.
Unmasked. Right winner for me.
Yeah,
he's the right winner. Go on, Luke. What do you like?
I don't get why
the buy was needed.
Yeah, why they have to do the whole mask thing? Like, why did Bischoff hate masks?
Yeah,
because he thought
Bischoff's thing, wasn't it?
He thought they could give more expression without a mask.
To me, though, sometimes when it's that sort of character, like Rey Mysterio looks weird without a mask. To me, you do need the mask.
Yeah, it was just.
I do know what you say.
The way the commentary, one of the commentary was this one with the Solomon because that was hilarious.
Yeah,
talk about Solomon. Yeah, but then too, they were like, "Oh yeah, it's going to really fuck up his career if he loses the mask. It's the only thing he's got going for him." And he lost.
Yeah, that was today, wasn't it? Yeah,
and arguably, it did fuck up his career because what's he done since really?
He had another feud with Chris Jericho.
SmackDown.
It was.
He didn't hit the heights, did he?
No.
I'm surprised he didn't have more of a thing in WWE because I thought out of the ones who went across, I think Juventud is better than Psychosis. He's better.
He did have a bit of an
Super Crazy.
He had a bit of an
I think he had a bit of an ear. Yeah, I think that was his issue.
Yeah,
I think all those three. I think maybe Super Crazy was the best out of them three. For attitude, because I think didn't one fail a drugs test as well.
Yeah, everyone was failing at that time.
Rings a bell. Yeah. But I don't know. It didn't really seem.
But yeah, Bischoff
because they made it seem like such a big deal, but it seemed like such a pointless match in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah,
that's it. If that was in Mexico,
I know what you're saying.
That'd be the main event, wouldn't it? That's bigger than a title in Mexico, isn't it?
And I thought Jericho cheapened it by. I know he's the heel. But,
just let you got to let it breathe a little bit.
He's only wearing a mask because he's ugly. It doesn't really add anything to it. It's like when Kevin Nash did to Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Not add anything, does it?
Yeah. But yeah, it's amazing, really, isn't it? Because everyone, I remember when Rey Mysterio, well, I don't remember it, but I read reviews afterwards about people were complaining that Rey Mysterio put his mask back on when he joined WWE. But that's just the whole thing, isn't it? It's a masked luchador. If you think of a luchador, you think of a masked wrestler, don't
you? Yeah.
Once
just don't make any sense. It just didn't make sense. This
in luchador, I think once you lose your mask, that's it. Your career's done in it. Like it's your honor because they don't.
You have to earn it back, don't you?
Yeah, it's all about the honor of the mask, isn't it? It's quite a big
Which
thing.
is the whole thing they made out, and then he just lost it in a really cheap manner. And didn't really do sense. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. It was a good match, but it just seemed kind of pointless.
The match would have been good if it was just for the title. When you had the same match, it would have been as good.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what Meltzer thought of this. I imagine he must have rated this the highest of the day.
Yep, highest rating, 3 3/4.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
Too low.
Yeah, I think too low. I'm 4.5. Best match of the card. It's very good. Always the case with these cruiserweight matches, though. Always the case.
Yeah, that is true. It's mad that Jericho's a cruiserweight because they're so small now. What 225 at this point?
205, yeah.
It's 205 now, but it wasn't then.
No, sorry. I mean now. When you say now, it's much smaller. They are.
I remember I was listening to Edge and Christian's podcast, and someone said to Edge, why did you never go for the cruiserweight title? He just went, because I'm 6'3" and 250 pounds. It's like, I'm a big dude. I was like, oh yeah, just because he stood next to people like Big Show, that isn't it? Right, the next match then is a joke. The British Bulldog, I think, is this his debut?
I'm not sure.
No, I think he debuted on Nitro the week before.
Right. Goes against Steve Mongo McMichael, see if he can bear down. The match is 6 minutes long.
Awful.
And I'll be honest with you. The referee saw Bulldog couldn't bear down with Mongo and ended it for no reason. It was an absolute screw job. Talk about the screw job of Bret Hart. They just done another one here. Mm-hmm. Mongo didn't tap out. He didn't say I quit or anything, and the ref just ended it. Yeah. A joke of a decision, and Mongo rightfully let everybody know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you disagree.
I was just gonna say you can tell why Bulldog only went back in a year's time, didn't he?
But Bulldog hair is back at this point.
That's later.
Is that later?
Yes, he's back on that stupid trapdoor.
Trapdoor, yeah.
With I think is that Halloween this year? Halloween Havoc.
Could be.
Where I think he comes back out, doesn't he? Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, Ultimate Warrior at the end of 1998.
Yeah, no, this one was just he left after the screw job, didn't he? That was the whole thing. Yeah,
that was the thing. They all left. I think Jim Neidhart turns up soon, doesn't he? The only one who didn't go was Owen.
Yeah, and Mick Foley walked out when he came out the next night, as if he did the old George Costanza thing in Seinfeld. Anyway, just walks back in the next day, like, didn't you quit, man? I mean,
but he's gone there. I mean, a fair play put the Bulldog in a big feud, but why did it have to end like this? A disgrace.
But again, though, right? Just you've accidentally signed the entire Hart Foundation, and you can't do anything with them. I know I just saw Light Bishop as a booker, like 10 minutes ago, but you can tell why they're just so out of ideas at this point.
Mm-hmm. But also,
why aren't you building to Hart Foundation versus NWO?
Yeah,
politics. Yeah, but you should have just been against. He's right, and I know they would never have done this because Hogan has to be in the title picture. You don't realise that there's money to be made without the title. But they should have just let Sting do his thing with the title, and Hogan should have blamed Bret Hart.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that. The Nick Patrick segment is one of the worst segments in the history of wrestling, in my opinion. Yeah, I think
I might jump past that
when we get to it. Have we got?
I think it's after. I'm sure it's after.
I haven't jumped past it yet. No, it's next.
But yeah, it just. Yeah, no, I know. Obviously, you're comical of Mongo, and nobody takes you seriously.
Comical.
Ironically, love him, but
love Mongo.
For me, it's just you've just got this glut of wrestlers come across from
and you're not doing anything with them,
and you're just putting them in. It's AEW, isn't it? Really, like it's just.
I think what they're doing is they're testing the water to see if they can bear down. Because if they can't bear down with Mongo, it's not worth.
For fuck's sake.
Hogan never faced Mongo because he was scared and not being able to bear down with him.
100%.
Is that true? Is Hogan never faced Mongo?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can imagine it's not true actually because we did that show on the -5-star matches and that wasn't on there, so assuming it never happened.
Couldn't bear down. I just don't know why they had to screw Mongo.
Star in the making, and
so I've got fumble in it.
Does this feud continue then, or is it just?
Mongo should have been the man. He had the old business with Goldberg, is what it is. But 2 pay-per-views in a row now, Mongo's been screwed.
No, neither of them are on the next show, so that's good.
It's just disgraceful. It's disgraceful booking. Not fun. And I imagine Meltzer marked this down as well because of the booking decision.
He gave it. Good.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. I bet he was so
fuming.
He was livid. He couldn't even bring himself to give it a score.
He is wrong. So I've done the maths. Took me a while to work out the maths on this one. Did some Steiner maths. So you got pro, you got Mongo, got pro because you got British Bulldog. And then you've got Cons, which is the ref who was just a big con himself. that finish, terrible. Yeah. So I believe it is a minus. But because of the booking decision, it is a minus 263.
A record has been broken. Minus 263.
In better news, we don't see a Mongo match on pay-per-view now until August.
How is that better news?
Because we don't see a Mongo match. Then we've got.
So I'm just getting over the comic delivery of Aaron's Starrcade now.
We've only got two
point.
more Mongo matches, and then we are done with Mongo.
Disgraceful.
When does Norman Smiley come in?
Pass.
Have we gone past the bit where he's trying to get the Four Horsemen back together?
No, that's later this year, I think.
Is that later this year?
Yeah.
We just need to enjoy it. And then this is how they're sending him out. A legend of two sports. Bona fide Hall of Famer. Disgraceful. It makes you feel a bit sick, I think.
Wow.
Right, we had the star ends. We have actually gone past the Mean Gene section with JJ Dillon, so we'll do it that now. Mean Gene, JJ Dillon are obviously talking about what's gone on. Nick Patrick comes out and is told he will not be. He's come back in. You know, he's allowed back. He's been reinstated as a referee, but he's not allowed to referee the main event. Lou, you've got some thoughts on this?
My major thought is you basically just admitted that you've fucked over Hogan and Sting completely wrongfully won the championship. So you've invalidated your main event completely. You've made your biggest baby face like a fucking moron. And for what? Basically. Like, the only thing
because Hogan's asked them to.
And why are you making a character a referee as well? Is this?
Why has the ref got a promo?
This happened. No, but I don't know. It's infuriating. But yeah, for me, it was just you basically just Hogan's like legitimate gripe is just there in it now, and Hogan like moron, right? I know he's always one of the cleverest politicians of not. So he's not because he's not looking at the bigger picture at all.
No, he doesn't. This
is the promo that killed WCW. I'm convinced of it. We've been watching it all. This is the point, in my opinion. Because that main event now, I don't care. To be honest, it got to this point where I was like, why don't we just why are we continuing? Why don't we just stop at 97?
I'm looking at what goes on after this, you're on about it. It starts hot potatoed in about May next year. But really, there's only one run left until 2000, where there's over 100 days.
Yeah,
what is that?
That's because Russo comes into.
Yeah, but I mean, even before that, like you're looking at the runs. So you go, then it's 77. After that, you're down to nearly just a couple of months. It makes no sense. Stupid. And I'm looking at some of the champions that are coming up as well. God, they look terrible. So I think they're already dead. Already dead.
So do you need the old stop? They're already dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, we'll speak more about the state of WCW in the final match. Next match is a US title match. Somebody who should have had the title, Diamond Dallas Page, is going against Chris Benoit, and it goes 15 minutes. Diamond Dallas Page is the United States champion. What do we think of this match? I was wondering as I was watching this. No, I'll say it at the end. Put a pin in that. I've not said that in a while. What do we think of this then? Diamond Dallas Page is coming into his own as a single star.
I like this, to be fair.
That's good.
Chris Benoit has been there he's not got long left either, has he?
No, it's because he wins the title, doesn't he, and then goes.
It's about 9 years.
Fuck's sake. Second best match of the night.
He's pleased with that, isn't he?
We'll just let that sink in.
That's what the worst bit is. He's pleased with it.
We'll just let that
You're a
sink in.
disgrace.
Popped Aaron tonight. So
In fact, Benoit's still got about 2 years left in the company.
No, it's 2000. I was thinking it's 99. It's
2000. Yeah, so he's got about 2 years left still.
What do we think? Terry Peters is the second best match on the card. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I always found it hard to judge Benoit matches. No, but it was.
I
It
don't,
was
I
actually.
don't like. I don't like watching them.
It was
Yeah.
quite good on it, yeah. And like they really hammered on the respect a bit too much earlier. Like, look at the respect was like every other commentary line. But that bit after Benoit like chicken shitted out and then they slapped the piss out of each other and it got going. Yeah, I thought it was quite good actually. It was quite good. They got heat out of a heatless match.
Yeah.
Which is good.
And that takes some effort to do, doesn't it?
So the rumor is this match came about because apparently Diamond Dallas Page was a politica backstage. He saw that Benoit was getting traction with Raven. He asked for this match with Benoit as a respect thing, and then because he then goes on to another feud with Raven. So basically, he's just trying to slowly get Benoit out of the way so he can have a feud with Raven, which is apparently getting a lot of views on Nitro because people did like Raven, didn't they? It's a clever business from DDP. You say, yeah, Hogan's not a clever businessman. I think DDP is in WCW. It must be. DDP Hogan massive, isn't it?
I think DDP is one of the people that's just what it doesn't do bollocks. Like I think he's just probably one of the people that's easy to get on with, no matter who you are. That's the impression I get. Yeah,
unless you call it your yoga.
Yeah, he did me over there, didn't he? Got really hard to me. But so your yoga's good, and it's like, but what? DDP yoga. That's right. Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what's happened. That's the story.
He just stood up, didn't he, and lifted his leg?
Yeah, just halfway through. Big crowd. Just stood in the fucking splits today.
The X-Pac was there as well.
X-Pac was there having a good time. Yeah.
For some reason.
Right, Meltzer, what did he give this?
Second highest rating of the night, 3.25.
3.25.
Not Benoit's best wrestling match. 3 stars for me.
3 stars. It was unbelievably the second longest match because the main event was a minute longer.
Felt longer.
That was the longest match of the night. Right then, now we're into the NWO stuff. We've got 3 matches left. This is why you need to watch the weekly shows because WCW makes absolute. I know it's been a while since we watched one before. The WCW makes absolutely zero sense
because they had so many people to the NWO. It got too big.
No, we'll get more of that later.
It only gets worse as well, doesn't it?
Which is weird because at this point they'd given up on. The idea at first was they were going to make NWO a second brand on it.
Thunder was going to be.
Yeah, but now they got Bret Hart, and where are they going to do that with Bret Hart instead?
Yeah,
because
where's Bret Hart?
Yeah, but also why
can he wrestle yet? Can he wrestle yet? I don't think surely he would be in a match.
No, he's had a match already.
He's already had one. He'll get
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
So again, they've got like one of the biggest stars in the world at the time, and not using him. It literally makes no sense. There's no wonder this company went under when you look at what some of the decisions that they make.
I think Eric Bischoff just signed him for the sake of it, knowing full well that he's just a dog shit.
Yeah,
the signing was because they were signing a WWF champ, and they didn't. I think.
Yeah, they had no plans for him.
If Eric Bischoff had his head on, his booking head on at this point, he would have booked Bret Hart versus Goldberg a lot sooner and had him kick him in the head and just put us all out of our misery. And we don't have to see Bret Hart as champion because he is one of the worst wrestlers in history on the mic.
Yeah, he ain't good on the mic. But
no personality.
That's why Jim Neidhart used to do it all, wasn't it? The thing is that I get why they signed him as well, because obviously it gets eyes on the product going, well, what?
Yeah, it does. And then they could have had.
The problem is they didn't know what to do with him, and it shows because why the fuck is he not on the show?
See, and this is why Franklin's booking decisions. Eric Bischoff, could have booked Goldberg to kick Bret Hart in the head early on in Bret Hart's WCW career. Could have put us all out of our misery and it made Goldberg a massive star from the offset.
Right, I'm gonna try and take his point seriously and kind of slightly. I don't think Goldberg was big enough at this point, was he?
Don't matter. I could have made
a match with Brad Armstrong. Like it would have been. It'd have been a bold decision. I'll give you that if he'd have just dropped out Bret Hart to Goldberg at this point.
Yeah, but he could have put him on the show though.
Wouldn't have really been jobbed out, would
Yeah.
it? Because it'd have just been a swift kick to the head.
And he's gone. He's
Yep.
done.
That's it. Done.
Right, let's
Yeah.
move on. The first, it's a no DQ match. It's Lex Luger against Randy Savage. This goes 7 minutes.
Because it's 1994 all over again.
Yeah, this match is ridiculous. They're having an awful match. Let's be honest, it's an awful match.
And again, we're just saying they don't, but why are they still booking these two?
Is
What the fuck-
Luger's
what the
part,
fuck
is Luger
is
part
going
of
on?
the NWO at this point? Or is he still Team WCW?
Still WCW on it.
Yeah.
Still WCW.
They were obsessed with Randy Savage tonight on this. Absolutely obsessed.
I don't get
bang
why
on
they-
about it.
I just don't get why they're trying to run this stuff like 4 years past its sell-by date. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's the most infuriating company.
I
to
think
watch.
Savage must have been.
I understand what's going on.
I don't really. I'm trying to work out the timeline stuff, but I'm
This is
sure
the start of Wolfpack.
they must have thought that Savage was at the risk of going back to WWF
Hmm.
because somebody out of nowhere, it goes from being like a
Mid-card.
Hogan's lackey sort of thing,
Yeah,
to just being
he was
like the
just like
main
a
guy in the
manager.
NWO.
Hmm.
This is the start of the Wolfpack.
The thing is, I
era.
don't think WE would have had him back.
No, they wouldn't have.
No,
not
but
now.
like
Not this time.
No, but then they might.
no,
have.
they wanted him, but like if WCW don't know that, we know that
Yeah.
with the benefit of hindsight.
Yeah.
So this is a no DQ match. That right. Well, I'll go to the end. So Luger's got Savage in the rack. Miss Elizabeth comes in, stops it, carries on. It's a no DQ match. That's fine. NWO boys get involved, and then the bell starts ringing, and then Hogan comes out, tells them to leave. Savage is somehow then he starts fighting his own NWO people. He's then put in the rack. The bell's already rang, and then he doesn't really tap out or anything. Savage. Hogan's shouting, he deserves it.
Mhm.
And Luger's the winner. so they ended the DQ match early with the bell.
No, I think the bell was just to be like, get out of there, wasn't it?
But it's a no DQ match. You can't stop it.
No, but it wasn't the. They just love doing it, don't they? I think chaos in the ring sounds better when you've got or looks better when you've got the bell just being in the
Bell
background.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Savage is a year into the end. I'm just looking through the timeline. So Savage is a year into the NWO at this point, but we're still 2 months away from Wolfpack, Black and White, and everything else. And that's when it becomes very messy.
yeah, well,
that's when-
they have Savage and Hogan have a match soon, don't they?
It's the next
and,
pay per view,
and then
which
that's when
thank God we don't have to do because we've already done it.
and then that's when Luger
Yeah.
joins whatever he joins. I think it's Wolfpack he's in.
Yeah. So that's it. This is
But they both end up in Wolfpack, obviously.
the spreading dissension. This match was terrible because Lex Luger's terrible, and Randy Savage can't do it anymore.
No, it is. It's very much past its sell by date.
And Miss Elizabeth is one of the worst ballets of all time. She's got no business being anywhere near the ring. She's rubbish, absolutely rubbish. I can't imagine Meltzer marked this highly whatsoever.
If anything, too highly, 3/4.
Oh,
Oh, I was going to say 3 stars.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, Lex Luger is dog shit, but on a scale of decent and dog shit, he does rank higher than Bret Hart. But taking all into consideration, it is -2.
That's
It's just dog shit. Just dog
It
shit.
was awful. But the
So,
crowd still liked him, didn't they?
but that's a marked improvement. That's like 261 stars higher than the last match, I think. So,
Yeah, but that's just down to booking decisions.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to look, there's a formula.
I'm just trying to work out the scale. I'm just, that's all. That's all I'm trying to do. It's a logarithmic scale. Like I don't know. It's a curve. It's a curve is involved in this scale.
The next match then is finally going to get the Outsiders against the Steiner Brothers. It's been teased for weeks. We've had feuds for ages. There's random teams going involved. Toby is shaking his head. However, I have some good thoughts about this match. It's the Outsiders versus the Steiner Brothers for the WCW World Tag Team titles. The Steiners are the champions. They're coming out with Ted DiBiase. Good to see Dusty Rhodes come out with the Outsiders. Not looking ridiculous whatsoever.
It's good to
This
see him
match-
coming out outside of us because it means they want on commentary.
This match is 4 minutes long. And it is the turn. Scott turns on Rick. They're in the ring. They're doing the like bulldog thing, and then Rick beats him up. I enjoyed it. Right? If you're going to turn one of them, and there's been rumored he's going to turn for a while around this time, this is the way to do it. Because I don't understand why somebody has an absolute ridiculous match for 20 minutes and then turns on them at the end. Scott's turns on him within a minute. They all then beat up Rick Steiner, and then the Outsiders win. I thought if you're going to turn a tag team wrestler, this is the way to do it straight. Because why would you waste your time fighting your mates when you could just do this straight away?
But I thought Rick still looked quite good in this match.
It's been a 3-on-1 beatdown, isn't it?
He gets beaten up by Scott, and then Nash goes for the pin, or is it Hall goes for the pin? He still kicks out. I don't think
Nash even steps in the ring, does he?
Yeah, kicks out.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. I know what you're saying, Ross, about why would you do it for 20 minutes? At least the thing for me is it's like one of them. I think to do it, I mean, I'm not saying it goes 20 minutes, it should go 20 minutes, but if it goes a bit longer, at least it doesn't look like, I know obviously it's pre-planned, but then if you win the titles, to me, I know that obviously it's all, I'm aware how wrestling works, but if they win the titles, then he's got another title run as well. Do you know what I mean? In my head, like, that would be the way I'd do it. I'd say, well, if we don't win, I'll turn on it. If we win the titles, that's fine. I'll just do it when we lose the titles. That's my only issue with it. I get what you're saying, but that is my only issue.
If I was going to turn on somebody, I'd just do it straight away. Get paid the same. Why would you? I don't know why you would then have this match. You essentially fighting who you're going to be with.
Yeah, but there's a title on the line.
Yeah, but he knows he's going to lose the title anyway. He don't want to be titles with this guy anyway. He wants his mates to be titles. They've convinced him.
To be fair, I was going to say, why don't we just lay down? But that's a couple of years away. Yeah.
Well, I think this makes perfect sense.
It made perfect sense to a point, Ross. One, just before we get in that, the promo at the beginning was stupid. Like, why are you building babyface reactions for the NWO?
Yeah,
when you know you're gonna have a heel turn, what are you doing? Anyway.
The NWO are the most selfish group of wrestlers.
I'm completely over the NWO at this point. Second point was surely when they were doing the whole, he was underneath him doing a whole whoop, whoop, whoop thing, and they were just about to turn him, and he just did like a piss weak axe handle. Standing recliner. It was there.
Oh, okay,
it was all set up for it, or like a camel clutch or something. Do you know what I mean? It was just more could have been done. It looks a bit tame, I thought, the beatdown.
Yeah, but I thought it was the best.
Maybe it's because it was brother, but if I was getting paid, I'd be the piss out of you. So
yeah, I'd be the piss out of you without getting paid.
There we go. So wow, Brian Flavener.
I'd got a chair involved.
Yeah, but yeah, it was just I got the idea of it. I liked it in a way. If you're gonna add people to NWO, which I guess
Yeah, well, because they're going to split them, so it makes sense for them to add more people now than if they're good, because they are going to split.
Yeah,
so they're going to have two factions of every wrestler. They're going to do it regardless.
Yeah, the NWA is NWA is about 3 months away becoming the most complicated thing ever.
Yeah, but
I do feel that it's past itself, but I don't know.
We'll get to that in the end because I've got some stuff to say. Yeah, hold your horses, there, people. One more match. Right, before we jump then into that, what are the official star ratings?
Dave gave it 1.25.
And now the actual star rating, please.
2.5.
2.5. Yeah, cleverly done.
Yeah, cleverly done for a change in WCW.
Yeah, I know you don't see that much, do you? So WCW, and it makes sense. I don't believe you. Right then, the next
like Victor Belger then. Do you believe it?
The next match then is for the vacant WCW World title. It is Sting vs Hogan. It goes 16 minutes. We'll do the match first, and we'll see our comments later. I mean, this match is terrible. It's wrestled and brawling in inverted commas.
Why can't WCW get a decent main event out of them?
Because Hogan's in them.
Yeah, well, yeah, fair point.
Sting wasn't exactly in his best shape at this point.
He didn't even have a tap.
Yeah.
But how many crap main events have we seen in WCW? I can't remember a good main event.
Everyone. I know. No, is it the one where DDP wins? I liked that one. It was Fatal 4-Way. and the
Okay.
Tower of Doom.
It's 999. That was yeah.
So we're a year away from it
Yeah.
then. We're a
Um,
year away from a good main event.
So obviously Hogan is on top most of this match. Sting, there's a few ref bumps that don't really mean out, but it means different refs coming in. In the end, Patrick comes in. Sting does the Scorpion Death Drop. He's not got Scorpion on his tight, so which really upset me.
Yeah, why was he playing black?
It's almost as ridiculous. Why was Undertaker in snakeskin? One of the life's great questions. He does it. Hogan just kicks Patrick. He goes down. NWO get involved. Sting's beating them all up. Because obviously Hogan can't lose to just a Scorpion Death Drop. That'd be ridiculous. He can't lose clean.
I hate Hogan so much.
He didn't get up immediately after Sting's finish, yeah. Savage comes in. It's in with Summit that he drops and then puts next to him.
Savage has got a history of messing up main events, hasn't he?
And then,
as we see with Tower of Doom.
And then Sting wins in the end. It just the schmoz finish. He wins. He sprays WCW on Hogan. Nearly don't fit it on, and then leaves. It's nice to see Sting leave with the belt. And that was the final shot.
I think the thing is,
stupid afterwards.
After the stupid Starrcade ending as well.
But like Lou said, this guy's a cheat. Should never have been in the match anyhow.
Yeah, and nobody cared.
And he couldn't win it cleanly.
Yeah, the moment had gone at this point. The moment had gone.
I've just seen who he loses the title to.
Savage.
Savage.
On Nitro?
No. On pay-per-view, so we've got to watch it. Who then holds it for a day.
What pay-per-view's on?
Spring Stampede.
Was that
the next
one?
one? The next one we're doing.
So, yeah.
He defends against Skull and Center, don't know, which we did.
Yeah, so he then loses it to Hogan the day after.
There we go.
So Hogan gets it back anyway.
Yeah.
2 months afterwards. Yeah, just I don't feel like the crowd really up for it as much anymore. Like it just didn't really matter.
No, not at all.
At this point, it's there's obvious parallels you can draw with
Hogan still has 2 more runs with his belt. Well, 3 more runs with his belt.
I think it's curious because I think there's a lot of similarities to the Bloodline with the NWO, and you sort of hope that the Bloodline doesn't become the NWO. Both very good storylines initially. NWO goes on far too long. I have a feeling that Sting was always going to be the one to stop the NWO, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
However they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Cody Rhodes?
Yeah,
my first question
he
is...
He was Mr. WCW, wasn't he? Sting?
Is DDP Sami Zayn in this? Maybe he should have won it. Could have won it. He was the popular guy. Spends all the time doing it, then he doesn't.
Yeah, I get it.
But the NWO and the Bloodline, do we worry that the Bloodline's going to end up like this?
I think it's very close. I think it's very close to being there.
Not learning the lessons. Because NWO, they carried on because it was selling loads of merch and it was getting good ratings at the time, wasn't it? And it was slowly slipping down. They didn't know what else to do. Well, the NWO was good, whatever, 96 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Let's push more into that.
Well,
do we think the Bloodline is similar?
Scoop elaborate because I didn't have any scoops on the news show, but I've just seen some on Twitter. Apparently, according to Andrew Zarian, who, to be fair, he normally does like stuff on venues and stuff, depending against stories. Apparently, they're considering Roman Reigns to beat Hogan's WWE title reign, which was 1,400 days.
So that would go past WrestleMania.
So it would go past WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only difference I can think of the moment is if I don't know why Cody would be the guy because he wasn't there at the start. I still think Jey Uso makes the most logical sense if you
or the Rock,
the full story.
Or the Rock.
I think the Rock's just the guy who gets beat on the way. I don't think he's the guy to end it. But then.
But just talking about the Bloodline, I won't be mad if we have another year of Roman.
Oh,
just running through people.
No, I can't deal with that.
If they go to branded pay-per-views, you're only seeing him defend it once every 2 months.
You'd see him defend it once every 4 months anyway, so it'll make no difference.
Yeah, that's a bit unfair.
I know what you mean.
He's been involved in most of the... He's had one pay-per-view off.
Problem is, there's no one on the WWE roster currently on his level. There's no one on his level.
Because they haven't let
Essentially
anyone
Cody.
get there because the bastards have just fucking made it. But then they've made him look like a bit of a dweeb because he can't win clean. Just stop doing the same
Yeah,
smozzy
because
finish.
that's Roman Reigns clutching onto power at all costs. I don't mind.
Mhm.
Nah, I'm bored of it.
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
was gonna
saying
say,
is-
that's the main difference is that Cody has a legitimate gripe, but they took that away from Sting
Yeah,
by saying, "Oh yeah, Hogan did win cleanly," but that's why it didn't make sense in my opinion. This one, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Cody needs to be the guy. Cody needs to win a WWE title, I think. But
Yeah.
if he does that
What,
first, what does he
the
do
new
next?
the new one?
No,
No, the actual WWE
The
champion.
actual one.
so my point being, should Triple H be watching late night WCW and learning what would the lesson learn be? Don't go on too long.
don't
Is that
go
the
on too
main
long.
lesson, or is there other lessons he could learn? Obviously, very similar. It's a faction taking over a show.
No, I think it's just important to have an end point in mind, and I believe that Triple H does. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah,
I think he's got an end goal in mind.
I don't think they do.
Whereas NWO didn't.
The end of it, at this point, you can clearly. Well, he did, and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
So now they don't. Now they don't know what to do next.
NWO still goes on for like another 2.5 years, doesn't it? 2 years.
Well, it never really dies, does it?
Well,
Really.
NWO 2000, didn't they? Silver.
Yeah, fair point.
Also,
Yeah.
so then they get back together in TNA, and it's just
Get back together in WCW.
WWE.
Yeah, it just. But yeah, they've obviously they're carrying on a story now that they had an ending for, so they don't know what to do. As I think the Bloodline's different really because they've not got to that point where you think right, it's all going to end now.
Yeah.
Interesting. What are the ratings for this match then?
Dave give this half.
That's a bit low, that, isn't it? 6-star match all day long. I am joking.
God,
It's
Christ for that.
2 stars from
2
me.
stars. My only gripe is the fact that Savage doesn't need to get involved. He's just been mercilessly beat up by Lex Luger 20
Yeah,
minutes
but
ago.
they've got to give Hogan an out, haven't they?
And they had to get the spray paint in there for the image.
That was weird. They did that on his front. Do you think that's because Hogan didn't trust him? It was like, don't draw a dick, brother.
Yeah, because Hogan. I'm surprised Hogan stayed down long enough for it to be spray painted on him.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Hogan just didn't go off script and just roll out the ring.
Yeah,
and just
mid
stand
spray.
up or something. Yeah, just not have it.
Yeah, the older, I mean, Hogan's obviously a terrible human anyway, but the older I've got, the more I've seen of Hogan, the more I dislike the way he wrestles and does stuff. Politics is just ridiculous.
The fact he's so bothered about a fake fight it's beyond me.
Well, and it's blatantly just ruined the company, hasn't it? Really? I don't get why you can't work it out. But then again, people they're all like that all the same, aren't they? Yeah, The Rock's just been doing it in DC. I mean, go on, lose.
Well, apparently him and
jobbing to Superman.
Him and Vin Diesel, they don't like each other, do they? But they won't have any.
Yeah, well, there a rule where like him, Vin Diesel, and Jason Statham couldn't beat each other up, or they all had to.
It was never like
have a fight each or something, and like something daft like that, weren't they?
They wouldn't go like have a long fight where somebody would lose. It would be like a little scuffle, and then it would never happen.
Yeah. I just find it
ridiculous.
I find it weird. Like your actors, at the end of the day, you got to do what
it's not real.
Yeah.
So I just said that. So well, I'm paying your wage, pal. So you do what I tell you.
Yeah, they're actors out there, and they got script writers, and they do what's in the scripts.
The problem is they give them too much power to do what they want.
Yeah.
That's it. That's ultimately the problem.
I know you listen to Bischoff's podcast, and they probably were external factors, and in that nitro book that you got, there was stuff going on at Turner that meant they weren't going to have wrestling. But the problem is what I can see is, yeah, sure, Turner didn't want them, and they were saying, but they never were really sellable to anyone because they didn't want to make anyone else want to buy them. There's more than one network out there.
Yeah, if
it was a really hot product,
yeah,
and TV company would have come in and said, "Oh, we'll have you."
If they're still getting the ratings, there was getting. Turner either would have just said, "Well, we don't like it, but they're making us loads of money."
Yeah.
Or so you say somebody else just says, "Yeah, right, I'll jump in there."
Yeah, because Raw moved networks, didn't it, from USA to CNN?
Yeah.
But surely if WCW was that
money,
hot, USA, but we just have WCW then.
Yeah,
that's the case. Like but But yeah, it was just stuff like this. Really, it didn't make any sense. It was just it's infuriating to watch.
No, and they're all worried about money and looking good, but they're all in the long, like you say, in the long run. So saw the big picture. They all would have earned a lot more money and wrestled for a lot longer.
Yeah,
but that's WCW, isn't it? The inmates
Yeah,
ran
well-
the asylum.
Yeah, well, they probably thought in the Reds, well, we've probably not got much longer left. 'Cause back then, they were probably at the peak in retirement.
yeah.
Wanted to earn as much money as they can. They didn't care about the aftermath because by that point they were retired.
Yeah,
Not knowing that Hogan would probably go another 10, 15 years after this.
yeah, win the WWE title.
I guess the other thing is they all came in a different era of wrestling, didn't
Yeah,
they? Wins and losses mattered a lot more, and it was important. Like,
than they do now. Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting. Overall, then, what do we think? Are we sick to death of WCW?
Yep.
Yeah,
Or are we just sick of the main event?
It wasn't a terrible show, but you can just feel the momentum falling out of it. Really,
It was nothing. It was just
like
nothing
in
again.
ring, it wasn't bad actually.
I
but-
thought in terms of the stuff on the show until you get to the last. I think I enjoyed the last.
The thing
The
is,
two matches I didn't enjoy was obviously Mongo, but that goes without saying. But the Luger Savage match in the main event. The two
it's
matches
classic
I not
WCW
enjoy.
though. Where the main event is garbage, and the booking again, like you say, Luger and Randy, just stop. Why are we booking 1994? It's way past its sell
Because
by
the
date.
money out, like that's the problem with Eric Bischoff. He just books the big stars.
Are they big stars, Luger and Savage?
Luger's still getting the pop. It's not that long since World War III where everyone was going crazy over Luger. I know we view wrestling differently now, but they were still getting the big pop. But yeah, the booking goes all the way through, doesn't it? Not Psychosis.
But I think it's like,
Hogan took his mask off for no reason.
Yeah, because DDP had kind of been up there and he come back down again, like Sami
Yeah.
Zayn thing. Goldberg's on the way up. I don't want really much anywhere else, was it? Like,
No.
I know they're kind of putting a lot of effort into Booker T, but Booker T really only comes
At
into
the
his
end,
own when there's no one left.
2000.
Yeah.
Lou, what was your scoop?
They want to continue Roman's reign until 1400 days.
He's just tweeted 28 minutes ago. It's been taken out of context. He never said Roman Reigns will surpass Hogan or Bruno's title reign. My point was that WWE would like to modernize the record books, and Roman holding the title for over 1,000 days is part of that plan.
It's just melted me. I've got to change his name again.
Yeah, they're not gonna. The problem is they're not going to end it at 1,000 because they've got all the merch ready. So I think he's going to wait about 1,200 days. 3-year mark.
Yeah. Modern champion, eh?
Because then you get about 3 months worth out of the merch then as well, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't want to
Nice
just get the merch and then cut the story.
Yeah. I still think I'll go to next WrestleMania because I just don't know when you end it, and there's no one ready to end it again now, other than Cody. But you've got to
Bobby.
can't win a
And
rematch.
then Roman wins the new title. Yay.
Collector. Yeah, it's a cool one. Kenny Omega does it.
Yeah.
Oh, right, like Roman.
Yeah.
We all loved it when Lashley had every title of Impact. Interesting, yeah. Maybe that's what NWO thought. Nobody ready to take on the mantle.
Yeah, no,
Probably
Hogan
not.
still thinks that.
Hogan thought that. But...
Hogan still thinks that now. Hogan's like, I'm the world champion, brother.
Right, overall then, what are we giving this show out of 10?
Yeah, 5.
5, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5 as well.
6.
I was going to go 6. I won't watch it again. But I'm not that mad that I watched it.
No, I was a bit bored in the first. The Booker T segment dragged on a bit.
Yeah.
It was just, and by the end, I just thought I'm sick of WCW now.
The two
You're
matches,
sick of the WCW. We all feel.
Yeah, I know.
the two matches that are good are very good, but I just felt the rest was a bit dismal.
Don't worry, guys. It gets better.
No smile's coming. The hardcore division's coming.
It's
The
already
hardcore
Yeah.
division.
I'm morbidly curious when we get to that point, to be honest. Like, really. I think like it's either wrestling's at its best when it's either at its best or it's at its absolute worst, and it's the
Plus
average shows that gets here.
Plus you get Slapnuts and Beetlejuice.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I can't wait for Jeff Jarrett's main event.
Oh, yeah, we've got all the Jeff Jarrett bollocks to come as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
We've got the LWO that
When
everyone's
does
so glad they
Russo
brought back, even though it lasted about 2 weeks.
When does Russo turn up? What year is that?
I know.
That's
He's
when it's
Unforgiven 99's his last one.
That's when it's going to become batshit crazy. Then, isn't it?
No, Unforgiven's not his one, is it? But he's booked all the stories. They just had to sort of end them. He just left, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's when we're going to see everything on a pole, aren't we?
Vince Russo is the reason Vince McMahon has a booking team, not a booker. No, because he left, took all the stories with him, and it was like, oh well, this isn't happening again. That's why he's got a team. Makes sense.
Yeah, you'd say it makes sense, but
I think you need a guy at the top.
Yeah.
But if you somebody like that, they left. They didn't know what his plans were.
Yeah.
They didn't know why he was doing this.
yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why. Right then, that's been what's it called? SuperBrawl.
SuperBrawl.
I'm gonna call it Unforgiven. And SuperBrawl VIII, the eighth one, SuperBrawl 1998. I think there's probably a while till we do a WCW one. We all bent out from WCW now. After watching that.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll do one fairly soon, actually. But yeah,
we'll be doing.
well,
one.
we skip one now, don't we? So we can get back on track with actually doing them in the right months.
Yeah, because we've
Fairly
missed.
soon.
We've already done one, haven't we?
We've done Uncensored. So Spring Stampede's next to it.
Yeah, so we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, Terry Peters, where can we find you?
Bell Nation everywhere.
Aaron, where can we find you?
Frankenstein 91 on Twitter with all the good booking ideas.
And Lou, where can we find you?
Find me at Lou Markham, and don't be weird.
Yeah, that's his new thing. You can find me on Twitter at the USM. You can find us all on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, Facebook at Wrestle Around or Wrestling Around. Just Google Wrestling Around. I'm fairly sure we're the first hit these days because we're massive. And you'll find us. We are the Green and Black. Right, Terry Peters, thank you for joining me.
Thanking you all.
Aaron, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Lou, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. And join us next week for another episode of Wrestling Around.